Welcome to Mlc Tv News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Abuja, the confluence state of Nigeria. I am Fatima Yakub. The headlines. The federal government, World Bank launched another economic recovery project towards rehabilitation and improving critical infrastructure in Northeast. Federal government dogs University Don and 4 others for forgery of ANAMBRA chieftaincy documents. Ex-Minister OCHEKPE, 2 others to spend 6 years in prison over 450 million naira. And Saudi Arabia marks nearly 300 years old founding day for first time. Now, the news in detail. The federal government, in collaboration with the World Bank, has launched a multi-sectoral crisis recovery project towards rehabilitation and improving critical infrastructure and livelihood in the Northeast. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadia Umar Farouk, explained that the project was designed to complement the existing frameworks of the federal government for continued support towards the economic recovery of the most affected states of Borno, Adamawa and Yobe. The minister said this is reflected in the new targets for beneficiary numbers in the additional financing phase of the project, as well as the decision taken by the government of Nigeria and the World Bank in extending the funding and duration of the project. According to Sadia Umar Farouk, the additional financing of the multi-sectoral crisis recovery project presents another opportunity for the stakeholders to further solidify the progress that they have made and do more to ensure that citizens in need across the 3 participating states can recover their livelihoods, have access to quality healthcare, education, water, sanitation and hygiene, improved engagement with elected officials. The minister expressed optimism that the project would facilitate improved performance not only by building back better infrastructure, but ensuring that the quality of services provided is raised. She said with the increase in the scope of the additional financing phase, as earlier presented, the emphasis on improving the agricultural value chain plays a prominent part in the strategy to move the region further along the path of sustainable development. The minister expressed Nigeria's inclusion in the regional project for the Lake Chad Basin countries, Cameroon, Republic of Niger, and Chad in information sharing, regular dialogue for lasting solutions to climate change, unemployment, and conflict on the nation's borders. At the event, the Managing Director, Northeast Development Commission, Mohammed Al-Khali, said the Commission had been working closely with the multilateral development banks and donor partners to ensure that the resources are properly targeted to address the critical needs of the people of the Northeast, in line with international best practices. Al-Khali said the multi-sectoral crisis recovery project additional financing would focus on the agricultural value chain improvement in the next phase of the project, complements the plan by the Commission to revitalize agriculture beyond the subsistence level and encourage that will remit greater level of mechanization within the sector, resulting in improved productivity, more opportunities for sustainable livelihoods, and addressing the food security challenges in the region. In a remark, the United Nations representative Ernest Mutanga described the project as landmark progress and to engage with Northeast Development Commission towards transforming the region. The former president has urged the older generation of politicians to step down for the younger generation to build a better Nigeria. Obasanjo stated this while speaking as the chairman of the 2022 annual lecture of the Murtala Muhammad Foundation with the theme Beyond Boko Haram, addressing insurgency, banditry and kidnapping across Nigeria. He made the comments concerning old generation politicians while reacting to Governor Kayode Fayemi's statement, who was also a guest speaker, that he was in primary school when the late Murtala Muhammad directed the affairs of the country. Obasanjo, however, advocated for intergenerational collaboration, which will see the old generation assisting the new generation with their knowledge and experience. The former president said they need to have an intergenerational collaboration. Fayemi said he was in primary school when Murtala and Obasanjo were there. So if people of Murtala and Obasanjo era are competing with you as governor, then something is wrong. The elder statesman said, as in his words, the Murtala Obasanjo group should be stepping aside. Whatever experience and knowledge they have, they should be able to give it to the younger generation, to be able to give it to those coming after them. So that whatever they have, they are passing it down to those who are coming behind and not to start competing with them, but to make them have access to what will make Nigeria better. On insecurity, Obasanjo said the insecurity in the country was caused by the ease of access to weapons after the civil war, and since then they have been unable to address this issue. It keeps getting worse. In 2011, when Boko Haram was just showing its ugly head, he went to Maiduguri to try and find out a little bit more about Boko Haram and to also find out what the objective was. Apart from being interested in Sharia, they also complained that their followers had no jobs and stated their efforts to get something legitimate to help their members. In the process, the government started chasing them and gunning them down. What he feared at that time seems to have been happening. At that time, Boko Haram had not many external connections. The ones they had were Nigerians who had resources abroad, who were helping them. Obasanjo's fear then was whether he would be able to keep them away from Al-Qaeda and other international terrorist organizations. Obasanjo said, "They seem not to have been able to do that, which has made the situation worse." He added that more attention must now be placed on out-of-school children to avoid more security challenges in the nearest future. However, Governor Fayemi in his speech called for a national response to tame insecurity in the country. He said the leadership in most affected states in the northeast, especially Borno, has been up to the task in terms of its response to forging a new compact between state and society. Yet, it is clear that what is required is a comprehensive national response and not an isolated state strategy. After weeks of tension and uncertainty, President Muhammadu Buhari and governors elected on the platform of the All Progressives Congress, APC, took steps to save the party and prepare it for the 2023 general polls. Some of the decisions taken during the meeting at the presidential villa, Abuja, were zoning of 2023 presidential tickets, ratifying the March 26th National Convention date as fixed by the Caretaker and Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, and exploring the option of consensus in picking candidates for various positions. Briefing State House correspondents on the outcome of the meeting, Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai said contrary to reports in the media of division among APC governors, the agreement had been reached on zoning formula. He said they have agreed a zoning formula for all the 6 geopolitical zones. Essentially, the northern zone will have the positions the south have had in the last 8 years. It is very simple, equitable and fair formula. El-Rufai added that they will now go back and consult at the zonal levels and look at the positions that are available, and process of the convention preparation will be started in earnest. And by the grace of God, on the 26th of March, they would have done their national convention. Speaking earlier, chairman of the Progressives Governors Forum and governor of Kebbi State, Atiku Bagudu, said that President Buhari is in favor of consensus to select candidates for party offices. He said, on consensus, the president reminded them that they have produced a number of national chairmen by consensus. Baba Akande emerged as the pioneer chairman of the party by consensus. John Odige Oyegun emerged by consensus. Comrade Adams Oshimole emerged by consensus. The brief meeting that took place at the council chambers of the presidential villa in Abuja were attended by Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, and Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, and 19 governors, including those of Yobe, Kano, Kogi, Ekiti, Nasarawa, Kwara, Ebonyi, Jigawa, and Lagos. Others are Imo, Ogun, Borno, Niger, Gombe, Osun State, Kebbi, Plateau, as well as Deputy Governor of Anambra State, who left the All Progressives Grand Alliance for the APC last year. The governors of Ondo, Katsina, and Zamfara states were not present at the briefing. Nigeria's main opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to, as a matter of urgency, sign the Electoral Act Amendment Bill so as to avert political crisis in the country. The National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Debo Ologunaba, made a call at a news briefing in Abuja following what he calls continued withholding of assent by the president against the will of Nigerians. The PDP, he said, is alerting Nigerians and the international community of a dangerous design by the Buhari presidency and the All Progressives Congress to trigger serious political crisis that has the capacity to derail the electoral system, truncate the democracy, subvert the corporate existence. We'll go on a short break. We'll be right back.
say is the bedrock of the society. It is everything. Everyone needs a house to live in, but a supportive family is what builds a happy and a successful home. It is Family Affairs on Mlc TV every Saturday by 7 p.m. Join Balagbubu Janet as she takes you on an exclusive interview with guests, marriage counselors, doctors, and many more, where they get to share their experiences, and together we build the society at large. To subscribe to our YouTube channel, log on to Mlc TV or like our Facebook page, Mlc TV. You can also follow us on Instagram at Mlc TV 2021. For adverts and sponsorship, call the numbers displayed on your screen. It's Family Affairs, where we discuss family matters. Coming your way soon on Mlc TV.
Welcome back. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) Gombe Zonal Command on Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022, secured the conviction of a former Ministry of Water Resources in the administration of former President Goodluck Jonathan, Sarah OCHEKPE, and two others, Ivan Leo Sunday, Jitong and Raymond Dabo, Deputy Director for Goodluck and Sambo 2015 election campaign and former acting chairman of PDP Plateau State, respectively. The trio were convicted and sentenced to 6 years imprisonment each by Justice H.M. Korea of the Federal High Court, Jos, Plateau State, on an amended 3-count charge bordering on conspiracy and money laundering. They were alleged to have received the sum of 150 million naira from Fidelity Bank PLC through cash and wire transfer by some oil companies and former Petroleum Resources Minister Dizani Alison Madweke to influence the outcome of the 2015 presidential election. The investigation had shown that on March 26, 2015, the sum of 450 million naira was withdrawn from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, by Fidelity Bank PLC. Jos main branch, and it was handed over to the defendants in cash after they signed for collection. Though the defendants claimed that they handed over the money to late Senator Gyang Kwajok, the Plateau State PDP governorship candidate in 2015, they however failed to provide any evidence to support the claim. The defendants were convicted on count 1 bordering on conspiracy to accept cash payment above threshold under the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2012 as amended, and sentenced to 3 years imprisonment with an option of 2 million naira fine each. On count 2, the defendants were convicted and sentenced to 3 years imprisonment with an option of 2 million naira fine each. The clash between rival cult groups in Ilesha, Osun State, has reportedly resulted in the death of 10 people in the town. An eyewitness disclosed that the clash started from Irojo area of the town around 7 p.m. on Monday before it spread to other communities where the cultists have stronghold in Ilofin, Idasa, and Irojo areas of the town, leaving behind dead bodies. Residents of Ilesha were said to have been caught unaware by the sporadic shooting of guns by members of the rival groups. The spokesperson of the Osun State Police Command, Yemisi Opalola, confirmed the incident. She said information available to the command revealed that 5 persons were killed during the clash. A security source, however, said that 8 persons were killed in the clash. According to an eyewitness account, 10 persons were killed. However, the State Commissioner of Police, Olawale Olokode, said more special police units have been deployed to the hotspots to further curb breakdown of law and order. A university professor, Professor Obiajulu Obikeze, and 4 others were put on trial by the federal government at Federal High Court in Abuja over allegations bordering on conspiracy and forgery. The defendants, who pleaded not guilty to the 11-count charge, were however allowed to continue to enjoy the administrative bail granted to them by the police. This was against the position of the prosecution counsel, Celestine Odo, that they are remanded in custody pending their formal bail applications. The defendants, who were represented by their lawyer, K.C. Nwufo, SAN, Obikeze, Dr. Raymond Ofo, Ezue, Amobi Nwafo, and Okafor Bertram IK, are 1st to 5th defendants respectively. Obikeze, 1st defendant, who works with Chukwuemeka Odumegun Ojukwu University, formerly Anambra State University, Ibariam in Anambra, is charged alongside 4 others with 11 counts. And the count said this is to the detriment of the people of Umu Nzekwe as well as Ezeane family of Awa, and also that the special advisor may believe that it is genuine to be induced to treat the said letter an offense punishable under the law. Meanwhile, the matter has been fixed for March 23rd to 25th for trial. In the early hours of Wednesday, a building at the Federal Ministry of Finance, Abuja, was razed by fire. It cannot be ascertained if the fire has spread to the main building in the ministry. The Federal Ministry of Finance building is located in the Central Business District of Abuja. Similarly, on February 10, the headquarters of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria was burnt. The fire reportedly started around 11 p.m. on a precious night, badly affecting the building's third floor. It was learned that the fire started from the office of the Special Advisor to the FMBN Managing Director Ahmed Dangiwa and later moved to the boardroom of the bank. On foreign scene, Saudi Arabia on Tuesday marked for the first time in Kingdom's founding day almost 3 centuries ago, designated by Saudi Arabian King Salman bin Abdulaziz as Saud in January. The founding day is to mark the day when Imam Mohammed bin Saud established the first Saudi state in the town of Diriyah, northwest of Riyadh in 1727. However, the occasion is celebrated with a host of cultural events across Saudi Arabia. The Turaib district, the first capital of Saudis in Diriyah, was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2010. Nepal Prime Minister Sheikh Bahadur Deuba on Tuesday evening met opposition CPN-UML Chairperson KP Sharma all ahead of the parliament session scheduled to discuss the much-debated U.S. government's Millennium Challenge Corporation. As Prime Minister, Deuba is struggling to garner a majority in support of the pact within his coalition government, which needs to be endorsed before February 28. The PM is seeking support from the opposition. According to Central Committee member and Deputy Chief of the Central Publicity Department, Bishnu Rijal, the discussion ended inconclusively as the stance of both sides remained the same. The Prime Minister asked only for the smooth running of Parliament and support in ratifying the MCC. On MCC, the leader said they know MCC is a serious issue and national consensus should be reached on this. Whether the ruling coalition is in the majority or not, it is their duty to move forward with the MC. As an opposition, their role is limited. Only requested the Prime Minister to address UML demands first so that doors for parliamentary cooperation will be opened. Finally added, if PM Deuba wants support from their side, then 14 lawmakers should be banned from taking part in the parliament and this coalition should be dismantled. This is an undemocratic coalition that was formed by the verdict of the Supreme Court and it's against the UML. After these demands are met, UML is ready to talk. Ratification of the MCC Nepal Compact has become a topic of growing interest as the ruling Nepali Congress is in a rush to ratify it. While the ruling coalition partners, the CPN, Maoist Center and the CPN Unified Socialist have stated that they will not support the MCC endorsement without amendments. Earlier in the day, U.S. Ambassador to Nepal, Rand Berry, held a meeting with opposition chairperson Oli and expected UML's role in the ratification of MCC, while the opposition reiterated their demands. The UML is obstructing the House over the role of the Speaker in the split of the UML and the formation of the Unified Socialists by the 14 lawmakers. The Nepali Congress has been holding extensive talks with the main opposition after it failed to reach common ground with its ruling coalition partners on the MCC agreement. The next session of the House is scheduled to be held on February 24th. And on sports, every country has its peculiar system of government. In Nigeria, we practice democracy, and this is applicable in some countries across the globe, including the United States of America. What is democracy? It is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. In the political arena, we are ready to x-ray how we play politics in Nigeria and other countries. The challenge of power shift syndrome, how it has impacted or affected the people. How can we make it better for all? Join Fatima Yakub on Mlc TV online every Saturday by 9 p.m. to discuss and examine all about the politics and the power that be.
Mr. President, I was once there as an opposition senator, there was never a time that we called the president at that time, who was a PDP president, an insult, because this is our institution. And if we don't conduct ourselves with dignity and respect, nobody will respect us.
The heads of security in Nigeria made several different explanations for killings of our citizens.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I hereby forward for the confirmation by the Senate the appointment of the underlisted nominees as National Commissioners and Resident Electoral Commissioner for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
To watch us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV. Like our Facebook page, Mlc TV, and follow us on our Instagram, Mlc TV 2021. We are here to inform, educate, and to criticize constructively. Don't miss it. The UEFA Champions League games played Tuesday night saw Chelsea overcame Lille in France by 2-0, while the second match had the old ladies, Juventus holding host Villarreal to a 1-1 draw. Matches continue Wednesday night to conclude the first leg phase of the last 16 with Benfica taking on Ajax, while Atletico Madrid will welcome Manchester United. And now on entertainment. Oti Mabuse shocked Strictly Come Dancing fans when she announced she was leaving the dancing show after 7 years. The professional dancer, 31, shared that she has decided to walk away from the series with a message shared on Instagram on Tuesday. South African performer Oti explained that she will always cherish her time on the show, but that she was leaving the series to pursue other projects. And now, a telesource has claimed that fan favorite Oti was tempted away from the bib by the prospects of becoming an even bigger star. They also added that Oti, who won the Glitter Ball twice, was becoming a bigger name than the famous faces the BBC were able to attract to take part in the competition. A TV insider said, while BBC bosses are sad to see Oti leave Strictly, it does solve the growing problems of finding celebrities who could match her appeal. Although it was great to have someone like her adding so much glamour and fun, it was also creating a tricky new challenge for producers. Her ever-growing profile saw rivals knocking at her door, and she has been tempted away from the bib by the prospect of becoming an even bigger star. Oti said she will never forget her memories from her time on Strictly when she told that she was quitting the show. Never easy to say goodbye. She has been part of the most amazing TV show, Strictly Come Dancing, for the past 7 years, and it has been an incredible time, lifting the glitter ball twice and having the best journey with all her celebrities, but also meeting and working with the best team, crew, producers, celebs, and incredible professional dancers. And that is all on our news package today. Join us tomorrow evening via our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, to watch our news hour. You could also like and follow us through our Facebook page, Mlc TV, Instagram, Mlc TV 2021, and Twitter at Mlc TV1. For your event coverage, feedback, comments, or contribution, call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. And don't forget our special programs designed to educate, inform, entertain, and inform. The programs are Family Affairs, Saturday 7 p.m., Political Arena, Saturday 9 p.m., and Local Government and You, Friday 9 p.m. Don't forget our news is on Monday to Friday. We are Mlc TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Fatima Yakub, and do not forget to be nice to your neighbor to build a happy society together. Have a blissful night. See you tomorrow.